What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video where I'm going to talk to you guys about kayak warranties and kayak customer service, mostly kayak customer service. And the reason for that is I just see a constant dialogue out there where I don't think folks quite understand, how it works or exactly how it should work, and they're frustrating themselves. Ultimately, when somebody takes to the internet to say they're having a problem, at least in my opinion, they genuinely have a desire to try to have a positive outcome and look for resolution. But there is a certain sector of the world that they want it done by God their way, and I ain't got an answer, so now everybody in the process is garbage. They're garbage, they suck. So I'm going to talk to you about kayak fishing specific, because that's what I know. And because this channel, is by and large servicing that community, I know that this video ain't going to get a lot of views. It's probably going to probably get a lot of blowback in some cases, but I feel it's important to share my insight with you guys, because I've been a dealer. I've been, on a pro staffer. I've been on every side of this conversation, so I can see it from every angle. And I think I've got a pretty holistic view of it. Okay. I've used this analogy in the past, and I'm not going to beat the dead horse, but I'm going to use it again to frame this up in case this is maybe the first time you've seen this. If you walked outside and your truck didn't start, or you had a problem with your vehicle, whether it's a Ford, Chevy, Ram, Tesla, whatever it is, you're not going to pick up the phone and call Ford and say, hey, my truck don't start, or hey, my whatever. You're going to take it to the dealer, or you're going to take it to the service center. In our sport, we don't have service centers and dealers, so your dealer is your service center. A manufacturer makes somewhere between 25 and 35% margin on their product, and the dealer makes somewhere between 40, 45, or 50%. So the point is, dealers actually make that margin to service the product. They make that margin to do the service after the sale and to be the brand's customer service arm of their business. It actually frustrates me that kayak companies have a choice for the angler or the customer and the dealer. But if you've ever noticed, 90% of the time when you call, you say, if you're a dealer, press 1. If you're an individual, press 2. So it shows you where their priorities are, and rightfully so. The manufacturers, and we'll just use BONAFIDE, but you can apply Hoover or Jackson or Old Town or any kayak company into this. They've all had problems. Everybody's been accused of it. But I think we need to reset our expectations and understand how it should work before we go on the internet bashing them, and so that you actually get support quicker and an outcome that you deserve. And so this video is going to be a little bit longer, but I need to explain everything so it makes sense to you, okay? So if you have a problem with your Ford, you're calling the dealer. If you have a problem with your Tesla, you're calling whoever, right? If you have a problem with your kayak, call your dealer. That's who you bought it from. A lot of times I see anglers who've bought a used product, and then they want to call a company and they want to flex on them and say, I bought this product, and if you don't make it right, I'm going to, blast you on the web. Okay, that's fine. But you need to find a dealer or the dealer and still go through them, even if you didn't buy it from them. Because the dealer's customer service comes from the manufacturer. They service the dealer. The dealer is supposed to service the consumer or the individual. And I'll give you another little kind of insight to where it makes sense from my past experience as Hook One, when I owned Hook One, or was a co-owner in Hook One. If you go directly to the manufacturer, and I really want you guys to pay attention to this part, because this is the part, this is the juice. If you guys want to tag 4 minutes in the video and say, go listen to this part in the comment section, this is the important part. If I go to a manufacturer as an individual who bought one boat, and I say, hey, here's the deal, and it's right on the edge of whether it should or shouldn't be a warranty, you could get a person who works for that company whose job it is. It isn't BONAFIDE. It isn't New Canoe. It isn't Native. Those are not people. Those are companies. And on Tuesday, you could get one person. On Thursday, you could get another person. On Saturday, you could get another person. So lumping it all into BONAFIDE's customer service sucks, or, Hobie's customer service sucks, is actually kind of crap, because you never really are getting the same person. Your customer service should come from your dealer, okay? Now, let me go back to the analogy that I was talking about. So here it is. If you go to them and you've bought one boat from them, and you're telling them, maybe you've bought 10, but right now they're dealing with you on one boat. They may go, Mr. Hoover, unfortunately that boat is not under warranty for that, and we'd love to help you out, but we can give you a prorated hull for this amount of money, or we can do this or that for you, because that's the policy. Now, let me put my dealer hat on, and I've bought $1 million worth of kayaks from that company. If you're a good customer of mine and you come to me, and then I pick up the phone and call, let's just use BONAFIDE, and say, hey, BONAFIDE, I got a warranty issue. I've taken a look at it. It's 100% a warranty. I need to get Billy Smith from Crooked Elbow, Arkansas taken care of. Who do you think is going to get better results? So knock, knock, mark this again. Who do you think is going to get better results? The dealer who buys lots of thousands of dollars worth of kayaks from them, or you, the individual? So even if you think, oh my God, they should answer my goddamn phone call and I should be able to talk to a human being and blah, 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 whatever. That's not how it works. And that's not how it should work, even though a lot of companies have started to try. Now, if you go to Big Adventures and you buy the kayak from them at their store in, Fletcher, North Carolina, they're your dealer. Different story. But the point I'm making is this. Your first line of defense is your dealer. If you have a problem with your kayak, go back where you bought it. If your dealer doesn't take care of you, you need to look for a new dealer. To the maximum of my ability when I was a dealer, and you know what? I'm sure even the manufacturers ain't gonna wanna hear me say this, but I'll say it. To the maximum extent that I could when I was a dealer, if you came into my store and there was a boat and you had a problem with it, if I had another boat in stock, I don't care if it was gonna cost me a sale. I would literally hook you up with that boat and say, take this boat and use this boat until I can get you the right color, or if you want this boat, it's yours, and I'll deal with the manufacturer. But there's not a lot of dealers like that left, but you need to ask these questions before you purchase. So it's 7 minutes in this video. Here's another knock knock and another thing you should put in the comment section to timestamp this. Ask your dealer when you buy a kayak from them beforehand, hey, this is a pretty big investment for me. If I buy a boat from you, and let's say I have a problem that I saw Billy Smith from Crooked Elbow, Arkansas happen the other day, what are you gonna do? Then you've asked that question before you made this significant investment, and then when you come back, if they don't wanna do it, then you've got a gripe. Then you can go to the manufacturer and say, this dealer who represents you told me this, and they didn't stand up for it, and that's why I'm coming to you. So I wanted to make a couple of points so that you can kind of understand how the process is supposed to work, and how I feel like you'll get better results if you use it that way. So warranty, go to your dealer. Leaks, cracks, issues, go to your dealer. Your dealer should always be your first line of defense, and if they're not, you should probably not find a new kayak company. You should find a new dealer.